Hello. This is what happens, folks, when your co-host is not as tech savvy
You
as me. Oh,
what's
there he is.
you're not as heavy as me? Oh, we know that already.
Oh,
You're not
speaking
as
of
plump and fump.
speaking of heavy, roll it.
Ah.
It's from a deep left field. That is gone. David Wright brings himself back into the line. To the Bulls now. No. Anthony for three. Bang! That one goes down. Fires caught. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson scores.
There it goes! See ya! Oh, what a
Welcome to the Any Podcast, where we talk about anything at any given time.
But the main focus is always New York.
So what's good with the show notes?
What's good with the show notes? I got home and had to clean this entire fucking house because I decided to invite people over for the game when I hate people coming over.
That sounds like a you problem.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Hey.
see it. I saw it.
hey,
I'm just choosing not to acknowledge it.
I'm just gonna raise my hand real quick right here. Right here. Okay, how about that? Fuck you. I
Alright.
just finished doing dishes.
I guess we'll wing it.
Little bitch, we got it. This is gonna be a baseball football episode anyways. It doesn't really matter.
True.
Because ain't shit else happening in the world besides Angel Reese being out for the season and no one giving a fuck.
What's good, Chris?
Yo, 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 yo. Hey.
What's happening? We are finally here.
It is here.
The Jet
It
season
is
begins
Monday night.
tonight
Monday night.
at time of recording.
Y'all better get ready. Strap on your boots, your bats, your bits, your strap-ons, whatever the hell you want to jock strap, because it's going to be a wild ride and a wild season, people.
I didn't know you were a strap-on guy. Interesting. Good
I
to
don't
know.
know. I don't discriminate.
Good to know going forward. Man, hit the people with a year real quick.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with a year. I personally think that this is a Giants year. Okay, I think that unless the Giants do something about Daniel Jones by week 3, I
Yeah.
say the Giants don't win one game.
You mean
Giants
if,
are gonna
if they
go
don't do
0-16.
anything before week 3 that they'll lose every game.
They'll lose every game. They're gonna go 0-16 and have the worst record in football.
They're gonna tie the Lions? Well,
I
no.
think so.
Isn't
No, the
it-
Lions won last night.
I'm talking about the winless Lions from
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about like yesterday. Yeah, listen, it's Monday. I'm Friday, Tuesday, Monday, that day. You know.
That's how you are every day.
Also, real quick, I'm watching countdown NFL countdown whatever. Jason Kelsey is an analyst,
Yeah,
and
he's awesome.
he's literally just wearing a white button down that barely fits him.
He's gonna be the greatest thing to happen to like.
He literally has the
any-
buttons popping out of his fucking shirt like the ultimate dad right now.
He's gonna be the greatest thing that happens to like football media.
Yeah.
In forever.
I think he's gonna be a hell of a coach one day.
You think? Yeah, I could see it.
I think he'll
could
be
see
a
it.
great offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Well, he's
I
got.
think so.
He'll be like an all-time
Kinda like
great O-line coach
Right, like
first.
a Nick Vrabel type of coach, Antonio Pierce type of coach, where
You say
he
Nick
knows
Vrabel?
that
You say
one-
Nick Vrabel?
Nick Vrabel, isn't it?
Mike Vrabel. Nice try.
Mike,
though.
Nick, Matt, Mike. We have
Talking
a lot
about
of
all my
cousins.
cousins.
We have all the cousins. So what is your year?
My year is that
You have to think of one.
the Giants are gonna have my mom was also Giants related.
The Giants are gonna not win one game.
Imagine the Giants.
We have the
will
same
not-
exact thing. Matt is gonna rip us after this episode. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I think he's with us now.
Yeah, no, he definitely is.
He's defeated already. Shout out, Cuzzy
Yeah.
Matt.
Hell yeah.
No, I think they're gonna have a different starting quarterback by week 3.
I told you, but I called it
Week
last.
three, week 3 is the
I told you in the bathtub. That just sounds great the way you say that.
A couple
I
weeks
told
ago.
you in the bathtub 2 weeks ago that I don't know, man. I don't think Daniel Jones is gonna make it farther than week 1, but we're giving him till week 3. Honestly, let's just jump right into football because
Yeah.
we're gonna talk a lot of Jets just because we're both Jet fans and we're gonna be biased because it's Monday night. But we also have to talk about the atrociousness of what happened yesterday to the New York Football Giants.
We'll bring it full circle. We'll talk Jets now, and then we'll bring back the Jets for a later segment for the after game synopsis or whatever we want to
the
call
after
it.
game, post game, pre-game, pre-game
Exa-
drama.
Exactly.
Post Malone.
Exactly.
So, dude, the Giants got fucking annihilated yesterday.
Real bad. Real bad.
By a team that is missing their starting QB
They're missing 15 players at minimum.
and about 65% of the team.
Yeah, it was real bad.
How does Sam Darnold have a game like that?
The Marlboro man out here just killing it. They
Fucking syndrome throwing to fucking Justin Jefferson out here.
Banks got to do a better job. I get it, second year, whatever. I get it's Justin Jefferson, but you're tasked with guarding him. You got to do a better job. Sauce Gardner, second year in the league, way better job than whatever Banks is throwing out there right now. I think he'll do a lot better as the season goes on. But yeah, Giants end up losing 28-6 to the Vikings. Giants were home in those god awful uniforms. Sam Darnold ended up going for 208, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Aaron Jones had
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Jones?
The running back, my guy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Daniel Jones. That's
wrong.
I thought you were talking quarterback.
Aaron Jones went almost 100 yards, had a touchdown. I mean, yeah, it was bad. Daniel Jones now has more pick sixes. He's thrown more touchdowns for opposing teams than his own since signing that god awful deal. He had 186 yards, so I guess not the worst, but
yeah, but he was 22 for 42.
I was about to say that.
Come
22
on,
for 42,
man.
2 interceptions, the QBR of 17. I don't know the last time I ever saw a QBR that low.
Dude, you have a fucking receiver like fucking Malik Neighbors, and you get him 5 receptions for 66 yards?
Even with how bad that was, Malik Neighbors still, for his first game ever with how bad the Giants were, he still had 5 for 66. Like, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. From a fantasy football perspective, it's still double-digit points. Yeah, that's about the most positive thing I have to say. Because they're awful. It was real bad. Real bad.
It was so bad that, and this is like literally from MetLife, 14 minutes left in the second half, and fans are pouring out of the stadium in droves.
Shit started to look like a White Sox game.
It is so fucking sad.
Yeah.
It's truly sad to be a New York Giants fan right now. And it tough.
Has been for a few years now. I mean,
welcome,
I know
guys.
that I know they're like us, where you get positive to start a new season again. But Matt was way too Matt was way too optimistic for this season, given what happened last year and what has been going on the last few years. I know they had the playoff run and everything. That was obviously, now looking back, a complete fluke, unless they really wildly turn this around, which it just doesn't seem likely. I guess it's possible, but it's tough to think they're going to do much of anything this year. It looks really bad. They don't look that well coached. Yeah.
Did you see that Van Ginkel one-hand interception?
Yeah. Pick 6.
Bro.
he's out here making dudes I've never heard of look like Hall of Famers.
Who the fuck lets a guy with the last name Van Ginkel score on them? Daniel Jones?
Man.
Danny Dimes? Yeah, Danny Dimes. Danny's worth about 2 dimes.
They made the Vikings average at a touchdown a quarter.
That's disgusting, bro.
28 divided by 4. Yeah.
Honestly, every Giant fan cursing in the air,
punching the air
at the top of their lung. They're definitely they have every right to be with the way this team played yesterday. Hopefully they get something going, win a few games to at least, not rip the Band-Aid right off of the the scab. But let's
Rip the
let's
band-aid
move
off
along.
the scab.
Yeah, I don't know how that is that how that.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
I'm
rip the
using
band-aid off the scab. You
I'm
put
using that
scabs on your
going.
band-aids?
No, you put band-aids on a scab. That makes no sense.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, to the baseball diamond. I fumbled that a little bit. To the baseball
To the
diamond.
baseball diamond. What are you, fucking talk show
To the
host?
baseball diamond.
So the Yankees are in first place, even though they lost.
For now.
They even though they won 3 out of their last 7 games. Don't get that.
Them and the Orioles are having an absolute pillow fight to see who freaking gets first place. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on. Neither one of them want to win this division. Like,
I don't get it either.
Thankfully, the Red Sox are 10 games behind. Otherwise, I'd be a lot more worried.
I don't get it either, man. But at the end of the day, I feel like leave it to the Yankees to fucking lose that number 1 spot. Just the way they've been, the way they haven't been consistent, they might lose that spot.
I really don't like what's going on with them. I really don't like how Boone handles certain aspects and manages this team.
I think Boone shouldn't be your coach anymore. Let's put it that way.
He's too player friendly at this point. Like, it's you maybe you don't call him out in the media, but go hold guys accountable. Gleyber Torres should have been reprimanded, so to speak, months ago. DJ LeMahieu shouldn't be playing for the Yankees anymore. I don't care about what his contract is. Yeah,
you know who should be the coach of the Yankees?
No,
really want me to tell you who?
I don't know who.
I'm going to tell you who. Jorge Posada. Jorge Posada would make a very good coach.
Is that a thing? Does he want to be a coach?
He wants to be a hitting coach. He's been wanting to for a while, but they haven't really brought him in. Like the way we have David Wright in the front office, like he's like an advisor to the front office, whatever. I feel like one day we're just gonna see fucking David Wright back in pinstripes and be like, get him as a third base coach or get him as a hitting coach.
I can see him becoming a manager, like a legit manager, and so. But he just has the presence and the aura. Right. So does Posada, though.
Yeah, Posada was a hell of a Yankee, bro.
But I just think he has that gravitas to him. Like Posada seems like he just demands respect. Mm-hmm.
He gets the respect from the players, which is the one thing that not a lot of coaches get nowadays.
Yeah. By the way, I had a buddy down in Florida. Shout out to Sean. We're gonna bring him on soon. We got to. He knows sports. He talks good in terms of sports.
He knows sports good.
He talk good sport.
He's good sports.
He loved my take on Lindor in terms of the MVP, which I thought was funny because I don't think that there's any other way to think about it. Like, you take said player off of team and how that team would be determines if they're the MVP. You take Lindor off the Mets and they're probably 10 games out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
No other way to think about it, in my opinion. But yeah, shout out Sean. I was just talking to him earlier today about it. He wanted to hit me up and praise that take.
Yeah. And speaking of that take becoming a Lindor take, we're going to switch over to the Mets, who are also in their own fight.
Yes.
They
got this. I have a feeling. I feel good about them. They got this.
The Mets are tied.
Yep.
For the 3rd spot in the wild card with the Atlanta Braves, and they're only half a game behind the Diamondbacks for the 2nd spot in the wild card. The Mets won 9 in a row. I went to yesterday's game. Unfortunately, they lost that game. They didn't make it an even 10.
You said they're how many back of Diamondbacks?
Half. Or 1.
1.5 now.
1.5? Oh, yeah, because they lost yesterday and the Diamondbacks won.
Two back of the Padres. They have the 3rd.
They have the 3rd right now. They're tied.
They're tied with the Braves. Yeah,
they're tied with the Braves.
But they're, in terms of like, I'm looking at it on ESPN, they are tiered ahead of the Braves.
Yes. Yeah.
So technically, you have the 3rd right now. I think if the season ended, if the season ended today,
we'd be in the playoffs.
Hell of a thing to say considering how the season went.
Dude, considering we were 11 games under 500 in May. Listen, this Mets team has something that not a lot of people saw in the beginning.
They're fun. Like,
they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're out there just playing. Like, they're not. They don't have the expectations or whatever that the Yankees do, because everything when the Yankees do something wrong, it's exemplified.
Right, and you know what? You know what I love about this team specifically? Unfortunately, we have news that yesterday that Jeff McNeil is out for the season.
Oh, really?
He broke his wrist.
Broke his ass?
No, he broke his wrist because he got hit by a pitch, but it hit him directly in this bone right here and just fucked it up. And
Ooh.
the Mets and the Mets fan base didn't really bat an eye to say, you know what, McNeil, get better. We still have Iglesias.
We got this, yeah.
We still have a solid 1-2 punch with Lindor and Iglesias. And guess what happened? Same fucking day, Iglesias and Lindor came out just double play machines. They were putting on a show. Honestly. Put a Cuban and a Puerto Rican at your corners, and I think you're good.
Lovely things happen.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But the Mets are in their own hunt. I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna make the third spot.
I think they got this.
I think they got it. I have a lot of faith in this team. I've always had faith in the Mets, but this is a little bit different. This is a team that players that we hated even came on, like Jesse Winker, and said, this ball club, this clubhouse is what every baseball player should aspire to have in their career at least once. The camaraderie, the bond.
That's a good thing to hear.
You know what I mean? Like, for them to praise us like that, really, it gives me a nice warm feeling. You know, that we did something right, at least. Or David Stearns did something right, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think both teams though get knocked out.
First round?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Mets make it to the next round. They make it through the wild card, and then both teams get knocked out in the first round.
Let's put it this way: if the Mets have to play the San Diego Padres, I'm not watching one game because I'm still traumatized from when Scherzer got lit the fuck up because I was at that game and I cried like a bitch.
And the Yanks don't deserve to be in the playoffs. So,
and the Yankees obviously are the Yankees. You know, to me,
god awful. I hate it.
I got 27 chips. Like, dude, give somebody else a chance. Come on now.
No, we haven't won in 15 years.
All right. Try 30 fucking 3. Double that. More than double, bitch.
Quick maths.
Quick, it's girl math.
All right. Let's call a timeout real quick.
Heard you.
Regarding probably what's gonna come right after. Will briefly come right after the timeout. The FanDuel projected their power rankings for the NBA.
Okay.
Knicks are number 2.
Please tell me that the Knicks are number 2.
Yep. Knicks are number 2. We got let's just put a top 5. Boston, New York, Oklahoma City, Minnesota, Denver.
That's a solid 5. Fuck Boston, but that's still a solid 5.
But it's just like, in Big Nick Energy put this out. Shout out to them. But never thought I'd see the day where New York Knicks would be number 2 in power rankings. What a time to be alive! And yeah, makes me want to tear up.
It really makes me want basketball season to be here tomorrow.
It's coming. It's not too far away.
Yep, it's creeping up.
We are weeks away from stuff actually starting to like culminate. Happening.
And I was watching Brunson and Hart, the videos that you sent me yesterday. When they were chanting MVP.
Oh, when they had the live recording of the roommates, yeah.
Yeah, bro, that was sick. that must have felt so good for him. Like,
I mean, it's not even like that felt good. It must just feel good. Like, they're just so loved right now.
Yeah, bro.
Like, nobody's touching them really.
No.
Like,
and yeah. I can almost guarantee that if, like, you remember back in the 90s, like, fights used to break out in basketball games and shit.
Sure.
Like, I can guarantee you that if a fight breaks out at the Garden and Jalen Brunson gets touched, a fan will jump the fucking stands and fuck somebody up.
Fans. Multiple. They're not just
especially
one fan.
If we play in Atlanta because fuck Trae Young.
Bro, entire first row courtside is coming through.
Good. Fat Joe's about to hit him with the lean back.
You got all the unks, the former Knicks players? Oh, it's over.
Oh, Melo will be the first to throw down. Get out of here. Melo and do me a favor again. I'm going to say it one more time. Bring back Oakley.
Well, I thought he was allowed back now.
Oak.
I think he just I think he's allowed back, but he like wants a legit apology, which I'm not.
He
I don't blame
deserves
him.
one.
I don't blame him.
He got carried out like a fucking Easter basket out of the garden. Come on,
Man,
bro. It
yeah,
wasn't even April.
absolutely wild.
Fuck.
But yeah, I'm excited. We'll just segue right into the Knicks real quick. We don't have much to talk about, but yeah, like we said with them recording the live stuff for roommates podcast, that was really fun. It looked like they were having a great time. They had some good
It was
guests.
really funny.
Starberry was
Why'd you
there.
sound like that?
It was really funny. But nah,
It's so funny.
yeah, man, I feel good. Yeah,
Today, listen,
we really don't have much to talk about, so this segment is gonna last about 16 seconds. But
yeah. Listen, I don't think I've felt this positive as a New York sports fan, Jet Nick fan, Mets fan. Like
oh, you know,
we haven't been this excited in a while for the
ever,
future.
ever.
Because like the
I've
Jets look good for the next 5 fucking years.
It depends on how Jordan Travis or whoever we get a quarterback
Right.
next
Obviously,
performs.
quarterback
That's
is the
it's
biggest thing, but I mean just in
and
general,
how
as
and
a
how
team,
yeah, overall, yeah. I mean,
as a team, we're looking good for the next 5 years.
we also we
Same
might
thing with
get
the Knicks.
gutted if Joe Douglas doesn't hold his own in this upcoming offseason.
Yeah, he's gotta
So
he
that's a
gotta
whole
he
nother
gotta eat.
episode. That's a
He better come hungry and heavy.
whole nother episode months from now. But hopefully months from now. Hopefully the season doesn't end in 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean we do have one thing to talk about. Julius Randle seems like he's about to set the league on fire just with a revenge tour.
Julius Randle's about to fucking
He
burn down the garden.
Yeah, I mean
That first
for,
game back is gonna be stupid.
for multiple reasons. His jerseys aren't in the stores next to his comrades.
Bro, how
There's
do
no
you disrespect him like that?
It's funny, people that aren't true Knicks fans really do forget that
How good he was.
He's the reason we are where we are, not Jalen Brunson.
Right,
He
right.
is the real reason why we are at where we are right now. He
Yep.
brought legitimacy back to the Knicks. He brought that culture, that hard nosed, style of play back.
He's the one that had that dog in him jump.
Mm-hmm. So
You know what I mean?
yeah, I think
Because listen, I don't know if anybody remembers, but there was somebody that molded Julius Randle into the player that he is today.
the Bean.
That is Kobe fucking Bean Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He was under Kobe's wing for years. And Kobe even said he got that dog in him because he knew from the beginning that Julius was that guy.
He was ready to fight with Kobe on multiple occasions when
Yep.
he was a Laker.
Dude, nobody
Man,
fought Kobe. Nobody wanted to fight Kobe.
He's nuts, but I think he's at a point now where he's starting to mature and he might be
Absolutely.
able to control that anger, which
Yeah.
is I think even more scary. Because if you could get him mentally better,
If we could get sarcastic, Julius Randle just dropping 30,
yeah,
30 a game.
using that anger in a positive way, not yelling at his teammates when they win a game.
Yo, can you imagine?
Still not over that.
Can you imagine this? Matter of fact, I'm going to change my year to this. Jalen Brunson MVP, Julius Randle MIP. Done.
Mm-mm.
And defensive player of the year.
Oh, okay.
Done.
All right. Well, there's also news that they're gonna play Julius and OG at the center spot this season.
Yeah,
they're
you
gonna
sent me
try
that
that
this
out.
morning.
I don't know about that.
I'm not a fan of that. I feel like that's how you get Julius hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that works out. I don't think
Especially
Julius
against players like dirty ass fucking gross ass Embiid.
But yeah, anyway, I guess we could talk more about that next week's episode when the beginning of the season isn't coming up. But nothing NHL. WNBA, Liberty still in first place. They just beat someone. I can't remember who they beat.
A team.
They beat a team. They beat the Aces. Jesus, how did I forget that?
The Aces.
It was a hard fought battle. I think Asia Wilson wasn't in the game, but the Aces still made a very valiant effort. But Liberty, put their foot down, beat them 75-71. It's 3 wins in a row. They beat the Storm twice, and now the Aces. Yeah, nothing much there. We mentioned on a previous podcast that we were going to order Brianna Stewart's Harry Potter signature sneaker, and I just have to follow up with that because they arrive tomorrow for Chris and I. However, we will be immediately returning them. because Puma, shout out if anybody from Puma is listening. The fact that y'all can't cancel an order minutes after it's placed is baffling to me because I ordered our sizes, except I didn't do the conversion, so I ordered our sizes in women's. So these things are gonna come like 2 sizes too small.
He pretty much ordered a 7.5, both of us.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be able to put my toe in that shit. That's it.
real happy about it. We could give them to our significant others and call it a day. Maybe I don't know, but
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't know if Sarah's a 7.5 or an 8.
no,
Yeah, we'll take the insole out. It's fine. We used to do that shit back in the day, anyways.
man, yeah, but that would be so uncomfortable when you took the insole out.
Yeah, that's
It
terrible.
was like having a pillow and then going to cement.
Yup.
Like
Yup.
taking the insole out was
It was like walking on sandpaper shoes.
It was awful.
Disgusting.
But yeah, MLS. Not much has changed. Team, Charlotte's 6, new NYCFC 5, Red Bulls 4. I don't think they've played since we last talked. But yeah, something to keep an eye on, I guess.
Absolutely,
None
absolutely.
going on there, but let's get to the final segment of the pod and talk about the Jets and how they did in this Monday night game. Yeah, so the game did not go the way we wanted it to.
We went from hyped as fuck, let's go JETS to like, so the game
to JETE.
JETE Eagles.
Oh man, yeah. So, well, by the time you guys are listening to this, you will have learned that the Jets did in fact lose. I've already forgotten the score because I'm trying to erase it from my memory. I think it was 29.
32 19.
Yeah, 32-19. Yeah, I mean, it was tough for most of the game. We complained about quite a few things going back and forth during. I'll just start from, I guess, running back. I'll start offensively. I don't really, I don't understand the play calling. It was very vanilla. That's probably the one part of the offense that we didn't need to hold back on. We don't have any injuries that we're coming off of. Like there's nothing really there. You don't need to have as much cohesion between running back and quarterback. So like they could have done a lot more, and they also didn't until 3 minutes left in the game. They didn't really put any kind of rotation in for Brees, so you didn't see another style of running.
It was just Brees, running, pass, running. Like,
and I'd say like 70% of those calls were halfback dive kind of plays.
Right, like that 2-point conversion should not have been that call. That should have been a pass.
No, run up the gut, absolutely not. We were cooking on that series with passes. Like that's what made that series get to a touchdown.
Right.
Yeah, super weird. I don't understand it. That's Nathaniel Hackett in a nutshell, though. The dude just doesn't know what he's doing. I'm surprised that Aaron Rodgers didn't completely change plays more.
I think he's going to start Sunday.
Yeah, I think
he's fed up because he lost one game that he wanted to win. This is his hometown.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
This is a dumb one just because I don't feel like the Niners won it as much as we gave it up.
Yeah.
Because our run defense was shit for a good portion until midway.
Three quarters, our run defense was ass.
Well, no, I think in the first we were playing solid enough, and then they started to break out.
Dude, the first 6 minutes we were fucking balling.
Yeah,
like balling. Swap pass. Straight pressure, and then we just forgot how to fucking pressure.
Yeah,
and forgot how to make a rookie running back. Wow, you went full night mode.
There we go.
It looked like you were talking to like a CIA agent on the side for a second.
Yes, we have the fugitive insight.
We have the package.
I had to go 0 dark 30 for a second.
You went 0 white 30. You fucking.
No, but
neither here nor there.
it wasn't good. You mentioned it right before recording. We had um some issues with injuries throughout the game. We had like five defenders that ended up off the field at one point. All of
C.J.
them,
Mosley, Sauce.
Carter.
Yep. Um,
Um,
who else?
wait, that might be it actually.
No, it was Mosley, Sauce,
I'm not
and
as notable, but I'm pretty sure that Ashton Davis pulled a hammy on one of the
probably
plays. He looked like he had that hamstring limp right at the end of one of the plays that he whiffed his
yeah.
coverage on.
At one
Um,
point, I think it was in the first quarter, Garrett Wilson kind of walked off onto the side after making
oh,
that spectacular catch.
yeah, I didn't see that he
That
had any kind of issue.
he had like a little bit of a. I think he was having back spasms.
Mm.
But it wasn't too. It wasn't nothing serious,
No,
But
he was good the whole game pretty much.
yeah, he played phenomenal.
I mean, we probably should have started with the fact that Aaron Rodgers made it past 4 plays. That's big. We're Jets fans. We got to take our victories where we can
I'm
get
not gonna
them.
lie to you, bro. I felt my blood pressure going up
I was
after
shaking. My
every
hand,
snap
my hand
in
was
the
actually
beginning.
like vibrating.
Yeah,
It was
you
not a
know how
fun feeling, but
you know how when you sit on the couch, you shake your leg.
yeah.
I did that a full fucking quarter. Just every time they would go near him, I'm like,
Once I saw him get hit for
oh,
like it was either the second or third kind of hit
oh,
that
where
he
they pushed
took.
him down.
No, there was one where he got tackled and his leg kind of folded under the defender, and
Oh,
and even Jazz was like, "Uh, okay, he's getting back up. I think he's good." And I was like, "Whoo-wee." Yeah, but he made it through. We are 1 game in finally. First full game since he was a Packer.
610.
Wild
610 days
without a full game.
without a full game. And Rodgers is, look, all said and done, the O line looks improved.
Yeah, overall.
Rodgers
Yeah.
Rodgers looks comfortable passing the ball, but I'm pretty sure that he doesn't like handing off.
What makes you say that?
The fact that on maybe 2 or 3 cases tonight, I kind of saw, that he read their defense, like their coverage, and he wanted to call an audible and didn't, and kind of regretted it in a way. Because you could see like his mouth, you could read his mouth. He was like, "Fuck." He's like, "Should have known that." Like
I
I,
don't
I
think
read,
that's
I read
him
his
not.
mouth go, "Should have known that." Fucking
Oh,
should have known that.
okay, so better wording. It's not that he doesn't like to hand off. It's that he
No, he
he,
should have
he doesn't
called.
trust Hackett. Is the
Right,
that's the problem.
right,
Yeah, no,
exactly.
Hackett's absolutely terrible. Most of his vanilla. I mean, most of his offense was vanilla.
Most of his
Um,
vanilla was vanilla.
Oh, most of his vanilla was offense. But yeah, it was bad. The play calling overall was pretty bad. They had some moments. Defense as well. They played way too much zone coverage for what San Francisco's offense was throwing at them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gaps in the defense that they were exploiting. I mean, I'm just gonna say Brock Purdy needs to get his flowers. He's not a bad quarterback.
Brock Purdy's
It's
a
just
very
that
good
he
quarterback.
can't launch at 60 yards. He pretty much does everything else damn near
He's a
flawlessly.
slot quarterback.
He's the dude's
He's a very good quarterback.
he would have made it to 2 Super Bowls by now.
Yeah.
If his arm didn't nearly get ripped completely off from his body.
Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to point out was Sauce had nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, that was weird.
And he wasn't playing for about
But
half of a quarter.
It wasn't that long because it happened right before halftime. He played. He basically he it looked like he had a concussion. Then he went to grab his shoulder. Then they said it was nothing, and he still sat out like half a dozen plays.
Right. Like
Um,
it kind of didn't make sense to me.
very weird.
But also, I just wanted to point out when Sauce was in, they kept putting him on Brandon Ayuk, who missed 3 potential touchdown
Touchdowns, yeah.
passes.
No, Brandon Ayuk. That's what you get for holding out. Honestly,
Right.
you don't have the reps, you don't have the timing right.
But like, what pissed me off was they
Brock
put
Purdy
him.
put one in his hands.
Yeah,
He might as
the
well have.
one on the
He might
corner.
as well have handed it to him.
Yep, the one on the corner that he dropped.
Yeah.
What pissed me off the most was that they kept putting sauce on Brandon Ayuk, and fucking Debo Samuels was just running amok. Like, put fucking sauce on Debo. He covers Debo very well. Yes, Debo is a
Yeah,
top tier receiver, but Sauce is a top tier defender.
that's where I kind of understand scheme coming into play though, because Debo doesn't run. He's more slot than anything. I guess he runs some
Yeah.
out routes and everything, but that's just not the position that Sauce covers. Sauce exclusively covers, I think, the right side of the field, or depending
Right.
on which way you look at it.
And
Um,
downfield. Right. Like
so yeah,
deep
he's
passes and shit
he's
like
very
that.
much
Yeah.
like Darrell Revis in that aspect. I mean, Darrell Revis would travel with his mark sometimes. Um, but yeah,
Sauce got a long way to go.
I think that would have not that long. He's fucking incredible.
He's
I
incredible,
I
but
I think that
he
was
ain't
more
Reeves
of
though.
not yet. I think he'll
He
get there.
will be.
I think that was more of a job for Michael Carter though.
Michael
Um,
Carter definitely had a lot of mistakes tonight, being a guy that just got an extension.
he had a good amount of plays. I think a lot that goes into it also is just the jitters. Like I know it's not as crazy as it was coming into the season last year, but I think there's a lot of hype. A lot of people were excited. We didn't have pregame reps.
Yeah.
Um, I think a lot. You're playing the second best team in the NFL from last season. Niners were
Yeah.
just in the Super Bowl
At home.
for damn good reason. Almost won it. Um, yeah, I hate the way it went down, but I'm not
But you
overly,
understand why it went down that way.
and I'm not insanely overly concerned as to how this affects the rest of the season or even the short term in the next few weeks. We have a good bounce back game against the Titans, who didn't look all that great against I think it was the Bears.
Yeah.
Um,
They had that
and
game. They had that game won and they lost it. Will
they're
Levis lost that game.
they should have never fired Vrabel. Really dumb move. I think he was like a pseudo the coach
Coach.
from the Lions, who I'm forgetting his name, Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like that was dumb. There was no real need to fire him. I don't think the problem with that team was coaching, but that's kind of getting ahead of ourselves. We can talk about that next week after we face them, and then we have a short week where I forget if we're at home or not against New England.
Yeah, we play him
So
home. That's
hopefully
the home opener.
hopefully New England doesn't keep balling out like they did against I mean they didn't ball out like crazy, but hopefully they don't keep balling out like they did against the Bengals. Um, yeah, I'm worried about the play calling. I think that's going to change though. I think this was the more I thought about it as the game finished up in the last half of the fourth quarter.
You knew it was going to change
Not
for the next game.
So my whole thing was I think the objective truly, and I think it was more focused on offense in this respect. I think the objective of the game was let's get out of this healthy.
Yeah,
Considering what happened last year, I think it was we're gonna play things a
it's
little
more
tame.
like right. Let's
We're
not
not gonna
overplay our guys. Let's
Yeah.
not try
Except
to
Brees
win
Hall.
this
Let's
fucking
overplay
game.
the hell out of him.
Like,
I will not understand why Brees Hall had as many reps as he did. I get it,
Yeah,
he's
that- no.
amazing and everything, but with a team this good, you have to throw multiple facets or
Dude,
multiple
Fred Warner was
looks
on
at
him
them.
like white on rice.
Yeah, I think
Fred
you
Warner is
needed-
also a very good player, but Jesus fucking Christ.
I think Fred Warner is incredible. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I think you needed to throw Braylon Allen in there and just say, dude,
Absolutely.
run over someone. I don't care whatever else you do. You run over one person every time we put you on the field.
Yep.
I think if they did that, that would have set a completely different tone for the running game. And then they would have had to stack the box probably a little harder than you could have done pitches on the outsides to Brees Hall and really opened up this offense. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have some words with Hackett and be like, yo, bro, you're not calling plays anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think not that they're gonna unleash, but I think next week, I think this is one of those. And it's funny during the day today, I was thinking of like all different outcomes and different things regarding this season and this game, and one of them was like, man, I could see like us losing. I literally said this to myself in the car. I could see us losing today, and and we end up facing them as a revenge game in the Super Bowl. And then the mentalist guy from last year from Hard Knocks, he ends up being right. He was just right a year early. So that's just
Yeah,
me like.
that would be
So
pretty
I
sick.
thought about that. That's a cool storyline, and I really do think that like some of these major sports are like the WWE where they would love a perfect script. So I
Of
could see
course.
them doing whatever the hell they can to make this happen because that'd be an awesome Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That'd
Niners
be an
Jets.
awesome Super Bowl because we matched up. I think I think there was things in play that made it end this way and made us play very vanilla game. But
I
I
love that you
think
keep
if
saying vanilla. I love this shit.
I think it's not vanilla bean, it's just like that straight vanilla, the bland ass vanilla you
It's
get
just
that has
it's
vanilla
Haagen Dazs
taste.
vanilla. It's not the vanilla
No,
bean.
no, Haagen Dazs vanilla is low key good. Because they
It,
really
it
they
tastes
do
like eggs,
more.
bro.
They do more of a vanilla bean. I'm talking like Breyer's vanilla. Yeah. Or
What
Edie's.
is it? Eddie's.
Edie's, yeah.
Is it Edie or
I
Eddie's?
think it's because it's with an I, not a Y. Oh no,
No,
wait,
it's
is it a
with a
Y?
Y.
So
It's
it's one D
EDY.
though. I think one D makes it Edie's. Anyway, it's the really bland vanilla ice cream that nobody fucking likes. That tastes like nothing. Vanilla bean, you got some in there. Anyway,
We're getting off topic here.
a little bit. But yeah, no, I think we're gonna be okay. I like what I saw from
I
I
think the
like what I
same
saw
way.
from
I'm just
Rodgers for the most part. I
listen.
think he
I agree with you.
I think he threw behind Garrett on that sliding catch he was gonna have, the one that really kind of sealed the deal for the game. Um, I other than that, he didn't have too many bad throws. A lot
He
of his
looked
balls
good.
were like gorgeously thrown. Um,
That pass to Lazard was perfect.
Pinpoint. Like it was
Perfect.
insane. And he did you see the stat that they put up that he has 3 times as many touchdowns and like yards on free plays as anybody else in NFL history. So when a play gets a penalty and he just goes for a touchdown, he's got 18 touchdowns, more than 3 times than anyone else. Like he's damn good, and I think that's gonna show as the season goes on that he'll get more cohesion with everybody now that they're getting real reps and everything.
Listen,
Um,
I'm 100% with you. I agree.
it sucks
Um,
right now, but
it truly sucks because we had all this expectation for our defense to be a top tier,
yeah, I think this is the
stopping
worst.
machine.
I think this is the worst we're gonna look. I also think this is the best offensive line and honestly offense as a whole that we'll probably see all year. This is
Other
too.
than the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is too much of a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, San Fran has a hell of a
That
team.
they're too good. I think this is honestly the worst we'll look all year, just about. Unless we have like a
I hope
hiccup
so.
game somewhere along the line, which is almost on par for everybody nowadays.
Yeah,
You get
I
that one
think
shit game.
if this is our
We
hiccup
almost beat
game,
the Chiefs last year with Zach Wilson. Everybody
yeah, I
has
know,
that kind
right?
of game. So yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. I don't know. What other thoughts do you have?
And I listen. I liked the fact that you know 8 looked comfortable back there.
After a while, because
After right,
you
and
could
in the
see
beginning he was a little iffy. He was kind of nervous. He was
he
chucking
was
them.
he was nursing it a little bit because you saw
Yeah,
certain rollouts he had. He had a little bit of a just the tiniest little hitch in his run that he was favoring that ankle, the
because
Achilles.
he didn't want to he didn't want to put too much
Yeah,
pressure on it right
exactly.
now.
No, I get why he was doing it. I'm glad
But
everything worked out.
other than that, bro,
He looked solid enough.
he looked solid for 40 coming off an Achilles tear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the guy looked suave, comfortable. You know, he was
Things
very
it's coming out with heat. The ball.
dude. His
There's
passes are
nothing wrong with
beautiful.
his arm. There's nothing wrong.
His passes are beautiful.
That's the
If
biggest
he
thing.
could
There ain't
sit on the ground and throw it,
Jamarcus
he
Russell.
yes,
No,
no.
no.
But if he continues, with this offensive line is very much improved. Like I said, they were holding back, fucking Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Trent fucking Williams was being
Trent
held
Williams
back.
played every down up until the fourth quarter when the game was effectively on the verge of being over,
Yeah,
and he only came out of the game because he was dehydrated. He needed
yeah.
an IV for a little bit.
That's about it.
He's one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's like fucking 350. It's disgusting. But other
Uh,
than that, we move on, we adjust and adapt, and let's go Jets, and
Yeah.
let's get to Sunday and fucking play Tennessee and see what happens.
yeah, I think this isn't like the kind of loss that like the Giants had, obviously, but I think this is still a loss where it's like just throw the tape away. Let's not even fucking look at this because
Yeah.
I think there's
It didn't make sense.
there's too much bad, but there's also good, and it's just like let's
Just start fresh.
exactly like yeah, I think there was good enough to where yeah, like the Giants have a tape burning game, but for such a different reason. But anyway, we're not gonna go backwards in the pod to that.
Yeah, no, we're good.
But anyway, let's go Jete.
Jets, Jets, Jets.
All right, man. Any Sports Podcast. I'm Dylan,
I'm Chris.
and we will talk about anything at any given time. But
The main focus is always New York. Holla.
holler. Peace.